Hello, Ariel and David. So a quick summary of the Midrash Tamchuma on Vayishlach. We've talked about this before, the idea of getting messages from God, hearing them, processing them, or not. The Midrash says something very, very surprising. It says that Yaakov, in this week's parsha, all kinds of trials and tribulations that he had to wrestle, if you remember, with the angel of Esav, and then with Esav himself, and then with and his daughter, terrible tragedy with daughter Dinah, and his wife died, Rachel. And the Midrash is saying, all these things happened because Yaakov didn't get the message. He started out making a pledge that if God would give him sustenance and protection, that he would fulfill that pledge and come back and make this Mizbeach into a place of holiness and give tithing, and he didn't do it, and that's why all these things happen. In fact, Midrash says there are three things that if somebody does, his pinkas is open. In other words, his ledger is open, like Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. We're scrutinizing, God is scrutinizing our actions, good and bad. And you would think these things are, murder, adultery? No. They're walking alone in a dangerous place, going into a dilapidated building and making a pledge and not fulfilling your pledge to God. Because this is a certain presumptuous that you're just assuming that God's going to come through for you. And so it's very difficult for, to talk about our great Yaakov. But, the Midrash doesn't play politics, and the Torah doesn't whitewash anybody and says he didn't do it. Now, what could be our takeaway from that? Our messages? Well, we also ask God all the time for sustenance and for protection. And I guess we have to look through our daily lives and think, are we showing gratitude? Can we look around and see that we have in fact benefited from any kind of sustenance and protection from God? And have we acknowledged it? Are we also missing messages? That's something that we can take away. Have a great Shabbos. I love you both. Very much love to get any feedback. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye-bye.